Stream a little bit more since I got the lights out. I gotta take them down after the stream or whatever. Package it up till I get done with the stream room and just knock it out. Fuck it, just put it up. You know, instead of trying making sure everything's perfect, just have it and build it from there. Anyways, get back on in about a minute or so. Get a few things. Be back. Do a little Apex. All right.
You are entering the Supreme Night Experience. A journey like no other. Hitting that vibe that makes you go all night. Prepare yourself. Creating that love within your soul. This beauty you just want to share. You are now about to be a part of the Supreme Team. You are the Supreme Night Experience. Now and forever. Wherever you are.
Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. Let's build together. A wonderful community. Helping each other. On a beautiful journey. Welcome to Supreme Night Stream. You are now on the Supreme Team. Welcome to Supreme.
Just leave a message for my sister real quick while I have the lights up. Can't find that. I was looking for the batteries for this Christmas tree. I just charged them too. Put these on for half a second. Look at that. I think that's a little thing. I needed everything to be perfect. I realized that's like the thing that's holding me back. Because more I progress further, I need everything to be exactly the way I want. It just has to be good enough. I think after I get done with business stuff, I'm just gonna be like, it's good enough. Focus on like personality. Things what I want. So, anyways. Merry Christmas, Missy. Happy New Year. Hit me up after. Hold up. Let me see. What can I say? Okay. There we go. Happy New Year, sister. Merry Christmas. No. I gotta say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, man. All right. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, sister. Hit me up after the holidays calm down a little bit, so so we can touch base, see what we all been up to, Yeah. So Happy New Year. Talk to you in a little bit. There we go. Send that to him. You know, everybody's like has these hectic lifestyles, you know, so I have two biological sisters that I met this year. No, no. Oh, there we go. I'll send that. Happy New Year. Oh my God, it goes off and shit. Semi-graphic designer. There we go. I had to things calm down. Do some shit from my stream, you know what I'm saying? A little something. This, yeah, I gotta make sure it's good. Not perfect, just good. Really, really fucking good. Not perfect. Nothing. Some designs. I don't know, man. I just don't want like bland ass shit. So like, I want some intricate shit, and then have this the same as everybody else. I want, yeah, nah, man. I'm gonna say it's perfect, but good shit above everybody else's. Last bit of coffee. I think I'll drink coffee like once a week. And I made like about noon, really, yesterday.
I've got what you need, if you can afford it.
Ah. Okay, warm up, Chris. What's up?
Ahead, we talk of victory and Slatra.
Introducing your champion. Follow my path to win.
I'm the job master. Don't be afraid.
Oh, what's
Just
up,
close
Lump?
your
Oh,
eyes
Lumpy
and
Pound.
lean in.
Dip down. Okay, that makes sense. I'm dipping out too. Do, 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 do. I'll just charge it a little bit more. Oh, that's quick. I mean, this is just on standard or whatever. It's not even hooked up to sound. It's not moving to the beat or whatever. So I gotta have. I have a bunch of DMX cables and a bunch of XLRs to have it all hooked up and interlinked like on a like you daisy chain the sound or whatever, and you'd hook it up to, or you could have it on different type of channels. So this would be hooked up to sound right there. You know what I'm saying, and everything else, or this hooked up to this beat, bass or whatever. So you have everything shifting, whatever else. So I'm so glad,
Prepared and ready.
you know, that I served in the Marine Corps.
Focus. Fight.
People are so petty out here.
The girl with the cold hard cash is always Miss Right.
I guess everybody'd be like intimidated
Is your champion.
to like be live and be like, oh, this is where I live. I don't give a fuck. I live right here. Kiss my ass. And I'm on crutches. I don't give a shit. Just call people's bluff and shit.
That is an ideal landing place.
Actual Polynesians have my back.
My attention is needed elsewhere. Land
Everybody else is just fake
Land
ass
here.
wannabe gaslighters.
Heard that.
Follow me to victory.
Oh my god, we're going inside.
I'm
We're ready to
going
do
there.
this. We're going.
You
We're
would
going.
be wise to follow.
I go in there first. That's a fist right there. Lost. Damn! What's up? What's up? Oh, I got my helmet. Oh, I got that. Okay, yeah, I want that. What is up, tanks? How you doing? Should I do some tanks today? I don't know.
First blood already. That's what happened.
Oh, I might need a weapon. I might need a weapon. I might need a weapon.
The second squad, adjust your strategy. Enemy shield cracked. I shot an enemy's.
They're running back into the game where they're probably going to die. Let's hear it for Darwinism!
Target here. Moving here.
What? 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 The fuck? What's that? Like, I want to set this sensitivity up. I want to see if I can do that. So you go up, sound, to enter. No, what that? Sensitivity. Oh, so sensitivity has to be over here. So enter. Enter. Okay. I guess it's on the most sensitive it could be. That's why I got to hook up. It only has the in-game. Oh, there it is. It only has the mounted mic somewhere over here, not hooked up to the XLR. Not hooked up to the XLR. Oh yeah, that's right. I already tried it. I have to read into it and fuck around with it for like an hour or something and see how you hook it up to like when I talk. Or else I would have to have it up here, you know, whenever I speak. Clap.
Defender of the weak, the innocent, and who am I kidding? I've got everyone's back.
After what I've seen, nothing down there scares me.
They made me a killing machine.
Okay, I know, because this is an SM7B. And you know what? I might do something crazy and get another SM7B like right here.
This is your champion.
Or like right over here. That's the only way to resolve it. Because this is not a stereo mic. Or what I might do,
Land there. I'm itching to draw first blood.
have an X to Y splitter.
Stay out of my way.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a splitter. I have a splitter. Yeah. Yeah, I think I could do that. I'm gonna have to get a splitter. Because this is not a stereo mic. And so I gotta do some fuckery to get it like that. Thank you. I'm gonna look at this chat. I got my phone. Let me put a note to myself. remind me at the end of the game to do that. All right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how to do that in OBS. Like, how do I change the mic so it's... Oh, yeah. Okay, software way to do it. Okay. All right. All right. Look for the key card. Tell me if you got a key card, people. Okay. Like in OBS. Okay. All right. Thanks. Because I'm at the point, I already told you, I'm just like, oh, got the key card. There we go.
Mama's got a brand new bag.
I'm with the L-Star.
45 seconds until the ring closes. We've got time, but not much.
I am not liking the devotion. I'm going to go with Havoc. Havoc and L-Star.
We've got 30 seconds to get to the next ring. If you go down, I'm not carrying you.
All right, coming. Anybody got a mic? Anybody got a mic?
Level 2. I'll use that. Big thanks, y'all. 10 seconds. Ring's close.
Oh, I like your skin, Revan. Where are you? Ugg Fate. Face. Fuck you. I like your face. Fuck you. How you doing?
Move now.
How are you doing? Give me the backpack. Give me the backpack.
First pick.
Body shield here. Level 4.
I bet we'll find something good here.
Lockdown shield. Help me. Help you.
Helping you. Help you.
This area.
Ooh, care
Yeah.
package on the way. I like the sound of
Okay,
that.
so I go into stereo. Can anybody could Google that for me? How do I do that in OBS?
Thanks.
I bet it's super simple. You know, it's like, oh, this is how you do it. All you do is click one fucking thing. I'm like, but I have to find it.
I need to hop up. Anvil receiver.
It's there. It's in the back. Anvil receiver's in the back. Although I got it in my alt again.
Jump drive in.
Extended sniper. Evo shield here. Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Open up shop and shut them down.
I am looking for a turbocharger. Okay. I'm looking at it.
Mama's got a brand new bag.
Okay, so it's
Remember who
possible
hooked you
because
up?
your input
I
settings
got
on your
your
software
back.
draw. Make sure the settings are set to mono. Reason being the microphone doesn't. Okay, yeah, that's true. I think it's in OBS. That's where the setting I have to find it, where it comes in, and then it puts it out. That's the setting I gotta find because
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
I don't know. Maybe it's also in my other.
New
It's in one of
kill
them.
leader?
Just gotta find it.
Interesting.
It's true. Okay. Bunch of purple over here. Uh-oh.
Hop up. Anvil receiver.
I got this vehicle.
That trident over there. Enemy out there.
Tossing an arc star.
Get behind my protection.
Oh my god! Did I just get pincered? I got pincered, motherfucker. I got pincered like a motherfucker. Meow. You know? Yeah, I don't really even think about fighting anymore. Living in Hawaii, it's so peaceful. So glad I live here. Right click on your audio source. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, right click on your audio source. Handle this. This is one of the things I need to have done before I have my stream because it's super close, and I'm just like, let me do this, let me do that, let me just little change this. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Now I had like this bit of rain, and it sort of did some water damage to some of my posts, but it didn't really hurt the integrity. It just made it just a little bit less shiny. Anyways, let me look at this. So coming in, properties. Okay. Advanced audio. Maybe there's a filter? This is what I want to do. Oh, you know what I can do? I know what I gotta do. I gotta buy cable. I gotta buy this audio cable that takes the mono and just splits it. Okay, that I have to do that. That's just the easiest way. And the hard way because I have now like you know how you have like the guitar thick ass um audio cable? It's like this, like that long. And so I have a stereo that I plug in, right? But it's only traveling on one. So what I do is I'll just literally get a splitter. Let me look that up now. And where's my phone? Let me make sure I get off the exact. Okay, that's her. Cable that I bought. Audio cable. What audio cables did I get? Accomplish this task and move on to the next one. Oh, this is just general, not my orders. Orders. Audio cables. Audio cables. Yeah, see, it's really kind of struggle getting really good feedback too, like this is stuff that I need. It's only playing on one side. Like you told me that a couple times, it's like, oh, okay, I could easily resolve that. Nope, I need to actually get something. Okay, it's a TS cable. Okay, no, no, no. What is this right here? Okay, no, no, no. Down mix to mono. Yeah, but I need something like up mix mono to stereo, right? Maybe there's an option to switch it. So, I don't know where that is. I was just looking for it. What is this? Return. Is this a TS cable? What is this? Okay, that's RCA. So a quarter inch to TS. That's what I'm looking for. TS audio. Let me order this and then I'll try that. TS audio splitter. Right click, okay. Okay, I'm right clicking. Then it has like properties, filters, blending, scale, advanced properties. Okay, advanced properties. Got that. And then what? It doesn't say. Oh, mono? Okay. Is it now? Is it on both sides? Because I clicked on mono. Can you hear it on both sides? Check it out. Mic testing, testing. Oh my God, is that it? Oh shit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tanks. Gracias. I'm still gonna get this goddamn splitter though. So this Y. It's thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 3.5 feet. Actually, I needed a male, female. Oh, so we'll do that. We'll do that. I like. Okay, here it is. TS male 2X 1.1 cable splitters. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. $15, add to cart. Never know when it comes in handy. Well, you can't have software do it. Just analog. Because this whole thing's analog until it gets to the DAC, you know? Oh my God, I get paid. Or I got paid. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm getting all this crazy shit. Bounty, paper towels. I'm just kidding. I'm just getting shit that just fills out by Christmas, like a Thrustmaster case for my Thrustmaster over here. The just the odds and ends that you don't really think about. A charger for my Apple, that kind of thing, and a fighting stick for Thrustmaster because you could pull out those little things, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, because this is how I'm keeping my Thrustmaster right now. Yeah, I have a DAC. I have 3 DACs. No, matter of fact, I have Native Instruments, and I have another Native Instruments over here, the upgraded version. So this is my older one that I could dig around. Yeah, I have so many fucking DACs. It's crazy because my voice is all ruined because of Hydrothorazine and all these antipsychotics that when I was like 9, 10 years old, and I was adopted. My parents didn't want to take care of me, so they put me in this place that would just drug me up, and it's all totally ruined my larynx. It sounds good. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for something. Oh, the batteries. Oh yeah. Oh really? Oh, appreciate that. Thank you. And this is just my temporary setup. I think I'm. Yeah, that's right. I got to get a blowtorch. I don't want to buy a blowtorch yet. I'll buy a blowtorch because I got to melt some of the epoxy back onto my wooden post or whatever. But I'm not even thinking about it. Oh, okay. Does this really sound that good? I'm amazed. It sounds pretty good. Oh, I was getting Thrustmaster. Oh, sorry. Yep. Oh. So I showed you this before. So I'm gonna get it. I just have it in the sleeve that they came with or whatever, right? So I have to get the case. You know, the Thrustmaster. Hold up. Turn on the light here. The Thrustmaster, and they have the components that I pull out, you know. And you could change it. Oh, I changed it over here. Okay, yeah. There's one of the decks that I want to get. I just want to try them all. But I found out that you can make this into a fighting stick. Okay, which Sizers? How do you pronounce that? I want to sound all stupid if I'm speaking to her like a German. Like Germans come up to me and shit, and it's weird because I know I have like turn of the century, like vernacular or whatever, and from my grandparents and shit. So I don't know what's happening over there, anyways. But anyways, my pronunciation and shit. Because they were telling me, it's like, oh yeah, like my grandparents never mentioned stuff like that. I even wasn't even aware of it, so I just had to acknowledge it one day. I have like these German things. Yeah, okay. Look that up. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, those are nice. Are they 60? Are they 50 millimeter? Oh, they're audiophile. 50 millimeter? How? I can't see it. I have my UV light here. Then I'm gonna turn off because it's not doing anything. Get this out of the way. There. HD 66S. I've seen these before. One dB. Oh, they're very precise. 150 ohms. Like I just know some of this information. I don't want to say I know a lot of it, but it looks really good. Like I know what numbers to, not exactly what they mean, but they look 3.5 millimeter like that. So that's cool. And people get really fucking crazy. Like you could have like XLR cables coming down. Like you're just walking around with like a fucking 10 pounds on your ears and shit like that. But those look nice. So, yeah, that's the level I'm at. Because I think I have to get this thing up by the time my MBA is up. And it's going to take me 2-3 months to really set up all my computers and get all my softwares. I got a stack of software over here. Um, just that needs to be installed. I got it all like on hard copies, whatever. So I won't lose it. And other software. Yeah. Okay, so you got both, whatever. Yeah, that does look good. I mean, that's one of the main companies. Like Razor's too new. but that's always been around. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just dumb stuff like that. These Astros are really good. I mean, they're good for me. You know, I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe I need something like that when because I have my DJ equipment up here and shit like that. So I'll fill that out. But it's mostly just to have fun with. I'm not trying to produce anything or whatever. If I want a sound, I know where to go. With that's it within my budget. You know what I'm talking about? If I had a lot of money, it'd be a different level, but I never really had a lot of money, so I work with what I got. Oh yeah, the 40, A40. Oh, okay, yep. Okay, you got the one the plug-in ones. Oh yeah, that's what I got. I got the A40s. I have to get the A50s, the ones that are the wireless ones. I told you about that. Because I want to have another SM7B mic, and that go directly to my Xbox, whatever, right? And then I want to split that out to my PlayStation. And then I could just like speak over here and then speak over here. Like I told you about that, right? But then, to do that, I have to get another fucking boom arm. Then I had another mount for this, thing, all those side things. Then I have to get another 7B. Then I have another crowd lifter. I already have the other stuff, whatever. But honestly, it would sound so much better instead of the garbled shit that comes out on my Xbox, whatever. And they're like, yeah, because they hear like a ruined voice or whatever, and they're like, oh man, I don't want to play with that guy. What's up with him? Like he, smart or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you get like that half second, and it's not like till your community speaks to you for a little bit. Like, oh man, that guy's brilliant. You know what I'm talking about? And so it's a little like, well, like you gotta understand Puerto Ricans are very like, very vocal, whatever. So it's always like a certain segment or whatever, I'm talking about. But most of them always agree on that. And then Sir Cadre Black, and then you got a little bit of Italian Irish, but oh, that person brilliant. Everybody's just like 1 second hearing me, that ruined voice, boom, it's done, And so I always try to check on audio, make sure it's good. So I'm going uphill when I speak, you know what I'm saying? And plus I have an accent. People are like, well, where's that from? It doesn't sound what we think it's from, you know what I'm saying? You can't have any kind of thing from the Northeast. It's not supposed to be from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it fucks with people's head. But it's not a big thing. I'm not here complaining and playing violin. Literally, I'm doing what it is to overcome that minor thing. And I guess I could say that it's like something in my head and I'm just being self-conscious of it. But I've been repeatedly told growing up it's ruined. I had other people, streamers, say, oh man, this is something very fucked up a voice, and no one wants to hear why it is, so I know exactly why it is, because I saw the look in doctors' faces. Is like, no, that's permanent how he sounds. Yeah. So now I never really thought about it as I grew up, because it was just so natural to me, because it happened such at a young age, being 10, 11 years old. And I still remember it. I mean, but I can't feel bad about it, you know what I'm saying? As it was out of my control. It's like if there's no people blame you when you're a kid. It's like, I didn't control that. I didn't ask to be adopted by Germans. I didn't ask to be adopted by, Italian Puerto Ricans. I didn't ask, to be in an Irish neighborhood. I didn't ask to be at the Jersey Shore. It just happened, I didn't ask to be Native American. And then to be like, oh, well, what do you want? Do I feel fully Native American and Puerto Rican? I'll be honest with you, I don't. Do I feel white? No, obviously I don't. So, I mean, I don't have any imposter syndrome, but to tell you that I have some kind of authority to speak about, adoption or growing up without, a family, I can't, because I sort of did, but I sort of didn't. And I grew up in such an extreme environment that it doesn't really apply to everybody that was adopted. So I can't really speak with authority about anything. Can I really speak authority about the Marine Corps? Not really. You know what I'm talking about? Did they fast track me and groom me for special forces? Yeah. Did I suffer racism? Yeah. Did they try to not acknowledge that they hired gang, what they thought was gang members? That wasn't really part of it, but that's what they basically treated me as or whatever. They look for every little detail to not have me in there. Yeah. So, I mean, I just like, I can't really feel comfortable speaking authority about a lot of things because it wasn't just a normal experience. It's just, it is, it's like, can I, like, it's just like, can you really speak about any one person, speak the whole Puerto Rican community? Not really. You know what I'm talking about? It's your own little section, your own little, you know, what I'm saying? It's just like to say, I know everything. It's just, nah, it's just not how it is. And it's just like, okay, well, but it's just like, I don't know. And we always get those people like, I know how every Italian feels. I know how every Irish feels. I guess maybe, like even me, I was that person always. I wasn't always like that. But like, man, why am I going to learn Spanish? That is a colonizing fucking language, and sure enough, a lot of people who didn't speak Spanish would pick up on that. But what happened was people who weren't even Latino would say that. And then I realized my mistake months later. Because they weren't even nativists. They didn't even care about native things. They just wanted to say it to look like, oh, let's be like Supreme. And that's their way into the community. And they would try to lean it more towards like Italian, white, WAP, that type of thing, and it worked against me. I was like, man. So what I learned, I think, out of everything, just be happy with who you are. Never try and force your will on others. Laid out all the information before them. They can make the decisions. And I think when you deal with a lot of like very extreme personalities, you've learned to be very rational after a while. I mean, it's not just the violence, but you don't have to deal with violence to get very rational. You just don't. That's. And to go with the flow, don't always try to go against it, because in reality, trying to change everything and thinking everybody's above to operate on this higher level. Not saying you got to be talking down, but to be most relatable, it sometimes is going with the flow. And it took me a long time to realize that. I always wanted to go against the grain. And you gotta have like your larger picture and goals. But if you get caught up in the details, that's what they want. And if you get caught up in detail trying to change every little thing, no. Create a better society, and that's the larger goal. Don't worry about all the other stuff. But but I grew up in a very Nazi household, and they want to get you caught up in the details. They want to justify their racism. They want to codify the racism. They want to make it look like it's not racist. They want to make every little decision look like it's not racist or whatever. And somehow I got caught up in that little. And you want to pay attention to details, but not, you want to look at the bigger picture. What is it really for? So I'm glad I figured out this, the mic. Thank you. So you got the A40s. I mean, I could put on do I want to put on my Gears of War A40s? I gotta find them. Gears of War A40s, where you at? Oh, you know what that is? I don't have the Gears of War A40s. I have the Gears of War Astros. No, I have the Gears of War. What's the other one? Razors. The time out. Those big things. You know what? I might play. I'm gonna play $100 game. How about that? I'm gonna play $100 game right now. Check it out. No guarantees. I have to play. Oh no, they're all sealed. One that's not sealed. It's been sealed. I'll play the crappiest one that I see. Oh, it's sealed. Never mind. I'm not gonna open it. You're like, I don't want to show them. I'm gonna open up next Christmas. I'm gonna get the whole cave collection, whatever. So I'm just like a couple away. And you know the prices always shift and change. I'm like $120, and when they dip around 100, I try to pick them up. Man, they get expensive. Anyways, then you go on PlayStation, like $25. You know. Let me clean that up. Hold up. Back. Pokey. Getting my infusion, and Kipler was just like, you got to get it out in the community and everything else like that. I don't think they did it over at the Army hospital or at the VA, or maybe like at the VA they only do it like, or they did do it, or something like that. But they do it through the community. Then you go to federal, the state, which is what they always contract it out, which is great because you get all the resources that are out there, and quicker, if you're a veteran and everything. And so a couple places did the infusion. I had the infusion done years and years ago when they knew that I had Paget's. But I didn't know that I needed this medication every year. So I only had it like once or twice or whatever, and then I didn't have it for years. And I suffered the consequences of it because I'd be completely normal if I had the infusions. But no one told me this. There was not like a huge Irish, German, Scandinavian population that had Paget's disorder where I got it from. Out here in Hawaii, in Northeast, it'd be like, oh, this is what you got to do, and it's very imperative that you need to do this. And I didn't see the need. It wasn't in my mindset. Literally, like, well, no, I wanted to avoid it because I guess one day I took it and I wasn't hydrated, and it sort of like fucked me up for a few days, and I was like, it wasn't a good experience. So I was like, I'll just pass on that. I'm talking about if I don't really need it. But in the Northeast, a lot of people have this disorder, and they catch it early, and they have this infusion, and then they live normal lives. But I didn't know that. But anyway, so I'm out in the community I have to go in that community to look for the infusion. Call Queens, they just give me the runaround, and I couldn't get the infusion even though I was there. I was just like, what the fuck, It's like, no, your doctor has to give it. So I called up my doctor, who was on a reservist active duty, something like that, like recalled act reservist or whatever. But he, Dr. Kim, this Korean and everything. I was like, okay, this guy's, Asian, so he should be able to, and he's a doctor, and he's my endo doctor. He should be able to get the appointment because, they're local Asian, basically. When you say local, you mean Asian. Be able to get my appointment. And so he gave the authority to get my appointment, but, they just didn't want to give it to me. Saying it's like, give me the runaround. Finally, I get another person, and then I'm about to make the appointments for the infusion. And they're like, hold up 1 second. Like, let me call you back. You want to get the infusion? I was like, yeah, I want to get the infusion. And they're like, oh, well, you got to make an appointment first. And then we got to assess you. And then, no, it's like, the only reason why I'm doing this is to get the infusion. And they're like, it's there. I have like 5-10 doctors already stating that I need an infusion, and I'm the only person that was holding back. It's not supposed to be you. It's all about. It's like because they convinced me like, okay, you could take it orally. I was taking orally, but you should really get it done, the injection or whatever, right? And so now I need to like tell these people I need the infusion or whatever, right? And so they're like, well, they'll call you back. And then they call back the VA and be like, we're no longer accepting VA patients. We're no longer veterans. And like my nurses is like, fuck, I was like, oh, okay, well, are you the last veteran they're accepting? And I was like, no, they're just not accepting. We just gave them the authority and they're supposed to call you. I was like, yeah, I was about to make the appointment. And so finally, my nurse like right before Christmas. And this happened like all within like a week or whatever, you know. And I was able to get, they called up one place, Farmer Care, and they did a fusion. So they called it up Monday, made the appointment for Thursday. It was that quick. You know, if someone wants to get something done, it'll get done. It'll get, you know, it's just like, people are like, oh, it'll take years to get this shit done. You know, it's like, when COVID shot, well, man, people just make shit up like it's going to take years. And if you put your minds to it, it's going to take a lot less time. Like if Ukraine wanted to build drones at a level that could um, clearly eviscerate Russia, they could get it up in 90 days if we fully support them. I mean, but if you go off for an air doctrine, a World War One air doctrine, no. But if you go off, you know, but everybody goes off that war doctrine because it captures the most political viewpoint to the world and to your country. But if you go out to actual, the studied through research air doctrine, that's not monstrous. Yeah, you could totally obliterate Russia's capability of war, you know, but you still have to go in there and remove the Russians, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's really sad that Russia's going off for old air doctrine that's over 100 years old at this point, from World War One. The air doctrine, not just the ground one, the air doctrine. You can look it up. I swear to fucking God, the guy that came up with it is from World War One, and they're following it. And it's already proven wrong on multiple occasions. But people keep using it, or aspects of it. Anyways, got off on tangent. Anyway, so getting the infusion. Sitting there, laying there, and this lady, you know, from I think from Pennsylvania, was just like, yeah, you know, I could hear the Jersey accent in you or whatever. And then she sort of looks at me. Somehow she starts talking about the South and be like, South is really friendly and everything. I was like, yeah. Southern hospitality. And she's like, well, yeah, but I wouldn't go there if I were you, because you're too dark. You wouldn't really get that. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, thank you, nurse. You know, thank you for the infusion. So it's just like, and she couldn't even fucking pronounce my medication. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, it's a business and you got to deal with these quality people. So, but I got to get that every year. So, it's all good. I mean, so. But, you know, I see that attitude. Like, my family dealing with me because I'm dark, and then all of a sudden, if they don't think I'm family, whatever, totally different. Like, I'm white or black in that community, that small community, but outside, I'm the other. I'm something else. I mean, but it's to suit their argument. Am I native? Does it help out their argument? Does it help out the argument? Then something external like Arab or Sri Lankan or Afghanistan or South Asian or Chinese, you know? Does it serve their argument? And that's what I am. If they like me, I'm something that they associate with positivity, you know? They don't like me, it's something they associate with negativity. So it's, this is what people of color all have, because we essentially do look alike, but we can't state that because we want to identify ourselves with being something unique or whatever, right? But that's not the case. All humans have certain features, whatever, and to say it's so distinctly different is hyperbole, whatever. I mean, I definitely have like a unique face or whatever, but to say that I don't have the same structures as that someone else has, like I've seen um Filipinos and other people, Indians, uh people from North Africa, Arabs, South Asians have a very similar, almost identical to me, but a little bit tweaking, but so we do. But, I definitely had the high cheekbones and definitely different thing that's Native American. But if you don't have like a practiced eye or whatever, I look like everybody else. And it's, don't get me wrong, I have like anthropologists to come up to me like I'm Native, but that's few and far between. No person just be like, oh, I just look like whatever. And I'm like that, and that's reality. And it's like to argue against that. It's just like, who are you fooling? But I remember growing up, man, I was like, I don't want to be Native sometimes. And then you shake that off, a minute later, but I'm so grateful that I'm Native, because you realize if you were exactly like everyone else, if you were black or white, you would just be a dime a dozen. And then, you just sort of sit there, whatever, or like my sister was she's Colombian, and she was very tinged towards a very specific white community. Um, and she didn't like her skin color. I guess that's what sort of made me think about mine, but I was like, my skin color is from being Native American. And I was very grateful for that. And I always remind myself, and I'm always reminded of it myself. And I didn't understand that growing up because I never felt bad about it. But I realized when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, people were like, you're a Native. Be very, you should, should be very proud of that. And you don't have an ego at that time, but I remember that being great. So later on, when I was in middle school and high school, I realized that, what I'm talking about. And I was very, I was hardcore nativist back then. I'm like, you see a watered down version of nativism out here in Hawaii because it's separated from the mainland, They sort of want to be like this type of a nativist, but I don't think they know how to be. And I can definitely see that passion, but they don't know like the certain things or whatever. But it doesn't really work out here because they're dealing with family or whatever, and those family are not Polynesian, but they say they're Hawaiian, so they don't. So it's really blunted the nativism out here to a large degree. But then I realized, what I was grateful for, that I realized that urban Native Americans, people that grow outside the reservation, are way more nativist politically than people on the reservation. Because people on the reservation, it's hard or whatever, but they really don't have the motivation, and they don't see the racism outside of it. I mean, there is racism that's put on the reservation, but I hope that makes sense to people. Here, people that were in Last of the Mohegans, They're all like urban Indians. AIM, American Indian Movement. I had my American Indian Movement. I still have it, flag up. I had it outside my door. I could almost guarantee people don't know what the fuck it was. What is that? Yellow, black, and red flag. Put that away soon. Actually, I got the charger, so I got it, and these batteries last like a day and a half, fully charged, if that. Doesn't even have the fucking AC cord, so I had to get that. Like the small little things I have to pick up. Getting more speakers, things are coming in. Getting a graphics card. I don't want to say everything I'm getting, but I'll just have it. You know, don't want to jinx it and everything. So, and then honestly, from there, for real estate, most of that money is going into two things. Well, it's being invested into actual properties, but to make experiences, to find altruistic people that are brilliant, skillful to make a better world. You know, and find those people to have experiences with. So, a very select group of people, hopefully. I mean, hopefully I'll find them. I mean, but very select. I mean, you could have fun with a lot of people, but I'm only on this earth a finite amount of time, and I want to spend it with people who want to grow the world and then destroy it and have this hate, this animosity that want to like hinder and constrict and destroy people and control people, manipulate, deceive, lie, whatever. Because we always get caught up in this mentality after we build this beautiful civilization that somehow not being transparent and lying and bullshitting people is the way to go on some level. And I grew up in that. And then unfortunately some people never learn that, and they think like this, that's how you deal with people. And it takes a lot of brilliance to succeed while being cool, you know what I'm talking about, and grow to a level where you can be altruistic and betterment of people, and the luxury of being cool, luxury of being nice, luxury of, you know, always looking out for people, whatever. And because you're already secure in everything, you know, and financially, emotionally, and everything with who you are. Those are people I want to spend time with. So, you know, buying property and actually traveling and making experiences. So, so what I'm saying is I'll get my tech, but after I get my tech, I think I'll be happy. I don't want to keep just getting tech because it'll be like a never-ending black hole. And then with my business, that's what I'm doing. And then I mean, I'll still get my tech, but I'm more geared making those experiences now, you know, because what is it having your thing, you know, the best or whatever, you know, it's like you're in the middle of nowhere and you might have this great personality, but a couple superficial things people don't want to like deal with, you know. It's just like, all right, online is not geared for people of color. It's geared for, you know, other people, you know what I'm saying? So don't be focused on that to begin with, because it's augmented reality. So focus on people, and definitely our Latino community is more focused on interpersonal communication. I should definitely um, embrace it in the best way possible. I mean, but I should still take social media seriously, and I'll do those things, whatever. But I don't know, just be I don't know, go with the flow. Do those other things that other people are doing, and don't try to like say, okay, this is the way you got to do it in social media. Okay, is people edit your videos this way and put up that kind of quality, and just do that. It's cool. You know what I'm talking about, and just be happy with it. You know, don't put too much of mentality in it. Get it to that level. You cut it, have the lighting like this or whatever. Boom, you're good. And don't try to like outthink it or whatever, and argue every little aspect. We're just good enough. Oh wait, I want to play. Let's do this. Natsuki Chronicles. I don't know, because crazy thing about it is, I don't like meeting people online that how can I say this? Someone asked me if I had a graphics card. I'm like, no, I'm doing this without any graphics card at all. But if you really think about it, if I doing this without a graphics card, imagine what if I did have a graphics card. But these are people who are still in that cutthroat rug pull, this like don't really into action had to be like this like high school shit. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking deal with any of that shit. Like normal friendship with like quasi gangs and shit like that. I'm like, really? Someone acts like that, deuces, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. Because it's like this watered down. Because we get is instead of violence, you get sadism, but that's juxtaposed with violence or whatever, right? And I don't want to get this what they think is hard, but it's just try to cause emotion. But my emotions left me when I was like 9 years old. I'm talking about. It's just like people want to be sadist to a dark kid, and then you realize any emotion will trigger that neocortex, and it'll be even worse, whatever. So when you're in your formative years, your brain adapts without knowing it. And I realized that to be analytical as soon as something that could trigger emotion out, because you need to think your way out of it. No one's going to help you. No one's coming to your aid but you and your brain. So if something violent, fucked up happens, you have to be calm, breathe carefully, and you normally do it. And I realize this, and people just look at me like, if there was a fight that breaking up in Seaside, I'll just look at, sometimes you got to react. Or sometimes things will happen, and then I just look at it, and you hear me like yelling out shit, through everything, Dan, go attack over here. Jesus, go over here. Miguel, go over here, and then, we just violent things start happening or whatever. And then, the night goes on. I mean, you only have a few people. You got to be very, very careful, And I'm a small person, you know. I'm talking about I gotta, if I choose to defend myself, it has to be like at a very, it has to be no other option, you know. It's like, is being aggressive gonna piece things out? Is like saying, you know, this gonna piece, is this gonna make it worse? Saying you want peace gonna make people more sadistic, you know. Showing up with 30, 40 people, will that back them out? You know, like, no, telling your friends, you know, yeah, these group of people want to fight us. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not saying you have to swing and die for me. But if you could show up here in Seaside in an hour and you can bring more people with you, I don't care if you run at the first fist being thrown or shot being fired or whatever, but fist being thrown, just be there. And then, you know, now I'm saying 30 years later, that's what I said. So, you know, what can I get a group of 30, 50? Yeah, most of the time it was just a hardcore group of like this 12 or 20 of us, you know. But I could tell you right now that half dozen with just a few more people staring down a crowd of 50, they don't want to come, they don't want to fuck with us, you know what I'm talking about? We knew we would be overwhelmed. And you know, growing up, you know, outside the that city with so many white people is like, you know, I think that it's like why Puerto Rico and Mexico, you know, it's just like you want to have as many friends as possible, and Mexico is so big, you know, I'm talking about. So you always reach out to you know, Mexicans and especially Texans. I'm Texan, and I never really realized that because Texans are native, you know, and Puerto Rico is so small, you always get overwhelmed and that mentality that we have this bigger world out there. And being in Seaside, you definitely had that. And you can't really talk about it. You had to deal with these huge groups of Irish and Italians, you know. Occasionally, you know, I don't really recall getting into like any of the black communities, like a couple of like disagreements or whatever. And I mean, I fought a couple of black people, but it was not like, you know, not community, you know what I'm saying? You had to fight. So, but it's just like, you know, you're going to be overwhelmed, you know, but you'd be even overwhelmed in the black community is what I'm getting at. But you definitely get overwhelmed in, they do overwhelm you in Italian or Irish or German community, you know, it's just like, you know that, you know what I'm saying? So you got to choose what you do very carefully. You get really rational. And definitely being a native, you know that your people are gone. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, it's just so the Mexicans around your way. It's just like, well, you're lower, you know, not lower class, but you're of a different people because you're dark. Like you're Central American. I'm like, I'm not Central American. And so it's just like, you don't really click, but you want to reach out and be friends with, you know what I'm talking about? So you're close, but you're not super close like you are with Puerto Ricans. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've, you know, a lot of Mexican friends or whatever, but when you're growing up, it's just like, you can tell who you're closer with, you know? But you always reach out, you know? Hopefully this will work. $20,000, $18,000. All right, people, what's up? Let's do this. Place it down. Let's see where the taps are at. Bring it up here. Over here, over here. Jack, other way, other way. I just saw somebody. What's up? Damn it. Ah, keep doing that. Get it back into this game. There you go. Which do I have? Assault rifles? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, man. Like that. Like that. Let's go, guys. Hey, can you turn on your mic a little bit? I got a lot of feedback. You can build up your ults. gonna hit my ult. Okay. Don't want to hit my ult. I think I'll be alright. Ah, get a game in. I don't think I'll be playing for a little bit. I got so much shit to do. I feel guilty if I get online. Should be doing something else. Oh, I'm on my way. Get the next tap. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh my god. I got eaten. by by a bunch of leeches. Alright. Oh, he's just waiting to saw you. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I gotta go. As soon as one drops, it's not gonna. The whole team. This one person brings it down. You know, everybody got to work together. Someone comes in, disrupts it or whatever. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like, I speak to people and then it's like totally two-faced shit. And it's like, we're not on the same page. It's like, you know what disruption means? It means when you come out and do something so good, it disrupts something that's already good. Not that you just go in and you throw a wrench in it. That's not disruption. That's not skill. It's when you come up with something that's skillful and talented and it completely disrupts that other thing, you know what I'm talking about? But you just deal with these people out here that don't know the concept of that. And you tell them that they agree with you. And it's like, they want that perception of throwing in the wrench or like talking shit or whatever. Like, no, no, no. That's just demagoguery. You got real disruption is when you do something so good, it disrupts everything else, and people are like, I want to do that. I want to incorporate that. But even to be on the same page with people is difficult, man. It's like you gotta find smart people. Who's this? This is the new hero. Okay, that's how they have it. These are the tanks. Zarya. Oh, battle pass. I have to get the battle pass. Oh my God, Siegfried. What's up? There. What's up? Astoria, what's up? You already tell. Good. I think I am good for the day. I'm gonna start taking down these lights. Um, Put on white till my stream room. It's done. Clean up. I think on Monday, then I'll start. Oh no, no, no. That's tomorrow. Later on in the week, just get everything ready. Start making cuts on my desk and everything. Oh fuck. Do I want to buy my business cards? Another set. Yeah, I do. Even on crutches. Should I be handing out my business cards? Yeah. I think those idiosyncrasies, those nuances of handing it out and that feedback I need or whatever. And I can't just say, oh well, I'm good with people. I love talking to people. And I could instantly just start when I'm off crutches or whatever. But all the dumb stuff I'll figure out, like this is like the simple thing. I swear to God, like your approach and what to speak about and that kind of thing. It's just a natural conversation and, that kind of thing. Like, it's just, you know, but then again, I do want to have not like a gamer social. Yeah, I definitely want to have a gamer social, business card. I gotta speak to, my graphics artist or whatever. Kind of difficult since she has like a 9 to 5 job and this is like side work or whatever, but and you want good stuff to come out, so you got to be like low pressure and everything. Well, zero pressure, really. I don't want to pressure anybody, but still want the stuff done. You know what I'm saying? But I want the quality she could do. So, but I definitely want a business card, a personal business card. Because it's like you hand it out, like not everybody's ready to buy houses, but you want to meet the person, you want to have some contact information. You see what I'm saying? So that kind of thing. But I definitely want to, I got to get them. Business first and then everything else. Handle my bills. Let me go handle my bills, unfortunately, and get these business cards. Gotta do that shit. And few extra things from Christmas. And I'm set. All right, I'm out. I gotta organize a little bit, clean up. Matter of fact, I might leave it up for the rest of the day. I'll be on for like an hour, probably take a break because it is like a holiday. But I do want to, I feel better taking care of what I need to take care of before I could just really relax. I can't relax, if that chick and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right. Or else I'll be like, oh. Wait till the last moment. I can't do that. All right. Peace.